famous singer by the name of Katy Perry. I don't know if you've heard of her. My name's Perry, only I'm a man. Don't make me prove that. I proved that last week. She said, "Oh, you're Jewish." That was a test joke. That was the highest level you guys ever had. All right. I am 63 years old, so I'm not necessarily just here to entertain you. I'm also looking for a place to live. And this place is pretty fancy. This is nice tiles, steps going up to a mezzanine for no apparent reason. I like that they just put that here for a bunch of people that don't want to walk the steps, right? That's why we have an elevator. So I'm 63 years old. I'm originally from Philadelphia. Anybody here from Philly? You're from Philadelphia? What part of Philadelphia? Logan. That's where my mother was born, down in Max Street. That's where I spent the first 5 years of my life. Then we moved up to Oxford Circle in northeast Philadelphia. And I still have family back there. Hi, sir. How are you? You're a little bit late in the story of a lot, I think. You already got a watch. Can we get that adjusted for you? So I'm originally from Philadelphia, and it's weird because no matter where I go, 1 out of 5 people thinks I'm from the East Coast. They hear that. And what's even stranger is that 1 out of that bunch, they say, "You're from Philadelphia." See, the East Coast, people think of New York. And Newark, is anybody from New York here? From New York? Say hello. The Bronx. The what? The Bronx. The Bronx, all right. See, she's got that sound. See, people in New York love to eat. And they all sound like they had a sandwich and they're keeping part of it in the left side of their mouth. So they go, "Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, what's up?" You know, and in Philadelphia, there's a difference between a New York gangster and a Philadelphia gangster. In New York, when you owe them money, they go, "Hey, hey, hey." In Philadelphia, they have a little head move, they go, "Hey, hey." And that Roosevelt seems to frighten people. But people say, "Oh, you're from Philadelphia because you talk." See, I talk. Out here, people talk. I walk. I don't walk. Walk is something you cook Chinese food in. I never lost my accent. Do anybody else from the East Coast? Anybody from Florida? Anybody ever been out of this room before? All right, here's what I need to do. My show is about you guys. I'm here, and I'm not going to just talk to you. I want to talk with you. You are the reason I came down. You are part of my show. So if I ask you a question, I want some sort of response. The reason is so I can give you the material that you will enjoy. Completely different than what's been going on so far. So I'm going to ask you questions. If your answer is yes to any of these questions, what I want you to do, not raise your hand, not say yes. If your answer is yes, I want you to go, "Ee-haw." Alright, see, women like that because women just like to make noise. So on the count of 3, everybody give me a good ee-haw as long and as hard as you can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ee-haw! Wow, that was great. That just scared me. Alright, remember, if the answer is yes, go ee-haw. First question, how many people are singing today for the first time? Ee-haw! Very good. How many have never seen me before? Ee-haw! Okay, I confused a couple people. We'll simplify it. How many people are here today? Ee-haw! Yeah. How many don't know where you are? And the big one, how many really don't care at this point? Now I know what I'm working with, okay. How many people here have been married? Live so happy. All right, here's why. How many people are not married anymore? You almost jumped out of your chair. Yeah, I have been married to the same woman for 23 years in a row. Wow. And I say that because it's Los Angeles, and marriages don't usually last a long time. And I say this in a row. And usually when I say that, women will applaud. And I can't tell if they're happy for me or just glad I'm off the street. I really don't know. But I met my wife back in 1990 online. I'm sure you've heard of computer dating, where you meet somebody online, if you like them, and then you say, I like them, and then you talk, and then you call each other up, and then you maybe go on a date. In those days, computers were very slow. There was no color, there was no pictures. The letters were in black and white. And when you would type a letter or a word, it would build itself dot by dot. It didn't just go, woo. I would type my name and it would go, woo, 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 woo. That was just a pig. By the time my name finished printing on the screen, my wife made a sandwich, ate it, and digested it. So we talked online for about 20 minutes. She called me and we talked for 3 hours over 3 days. Have you ever met somebody or talked to somebody and you hear their voice, and when you talk to them, it's just magical, and you just want to hear their voice all the time? You say something, you stop, and they start, and it's just a magical, that's the way it was. Also, she had a southern accent. Anybody here from the Deep South? Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi? No, you're from down where you're from?
Louise, Mississippi.
Louise, Mississippi? I thought you were going to say Louisiana, Mississippi, but Louise, Mississippi. That's like right next to each other. Louisiana, is that like a borderline? Louise, Mississippi. How long have you been out here?
25 years.
25 years. You got rid of most of your accent. You talk normally now. See, people in the South are great people. I love the South. My wife's got a very heavy Southern accent. And people in the South, they enjoy talking. Out here, we're always in a hurry. We've always got somewhere to go. Down there, when they say hello, it's not just hello, it's like, hi! How are you? What's up? Up is 4 syllables in the South. And my wife has that accent. When she was going out, she would always say, I'm going over yonder. Did you ever hear that phrase, going over yonder?
Yeah.
I've looked at 100 maps, there's no place called yonder. I don't know where the hell she was going, but she always found her way back. So we knew each other for about 6 months, and she said, listen, why don't you come out to my house? So I drive out to her house. I was living at the beach, and she lived in Van Nuys. I drive out there. I walk in, and there's a baby crawling around on the floor, and there's a little boy and a little girl in the corner playing a guy sitting on the couch watching TV. And I said, honey, who are these kids? And she goes, I guess I forgot to tell you, I have children. And I'm sitting there going, looking for the door to get out of there as quickly as I could. You've heard the old saying, you don't get bottles in the baggage. My wife owned Samsonite. But the kids were good-looking kids, they were nice, and I fell in love with them. We all moved in together. We lived together for a year and a half. They never knew their father, so one night at dinner, I got everybody a little gold ring, put it on their left hand, on their finger, and I got down on my knees beside the table at dinner, and I said, I'd like to ask for you to marry me. And they all looked at each other. My son, who was in his 70s, looks at me and says, yeah, okay, whatever, can we just have dinner now? Because boys are so romantic, aren't they? Let's get to the food. So we wound up getting married at City Hall in downtown Los Angeles. Now, those of you that have been married, you had a nice wedding. You had your friends, you had your family, you dressed up. It was a nice place, maybe you had a band. No, this was in City Hall. Everything was gray. I walked up to the counter, I said to the guy, I would like to get married. He goes, oh, yeah, you have to get married? I said, no, we'd like to get married. He goes, yeah, you'll get married. I said, no, we'd like to get married. Now, he said, can we get married? If you get married, sorry, can we just get married while we're here? He says, you have a seat before you when we win. So I go and I said, about 10 minutes later, we hear a deep voice, Sarah and Perry, please come in. We walk in, it's the same guy wearing a judge's robes, speaking perfect English. It's like he took the Rosetta Stone while we were waiting. No accent whatsoever. And he's just going through the book, he finally gets to the end, he says, and now, Sarah, do you take Perry to your lawfully wedded husband? And she goes, I do. And he goes, and Perry, do you take these people to your lawfully wedded family? And I said, I'm here, I guess so. Not the smartest thing, because you ladies remember every stupid thing we ever do forever, and we know just when to bring it up and throw it in our face every time we do something stupid, which I learned is about every 6.5 hours. So we got married, and we went on the road for our honeymoon. I had a paying gig. Gig is what we call in show business. We were in Barstow. Barstow is a small town. It's basically you pull in, there's a sign that says, "Welcome to, thank you for coming." A lot of inbreeding in Barstow. A lot of inbreeding. I've actually met people who were their own parents. And we had more teeth than the whole city put together. But they were nice people. They were friendly. And then we wanted to do some travel, so we moved out to South Carolina, which is where my wife is from. We lived out there for a while. My father-in-law, a good old boy, introduced me to one of his neighbors as his son-in-law, a real Jew boy. And I just stood there going, "Just don't hurt me, please." And they're going, "Wow, you're really a Jew boy?" I said, "Yeah." They go, "You don't look no different." I go, "I don't, and I'm broke." And they go, "Hey, you're a Jew?" So we traveled, we had a good time, stayed in some nice hotels, some bad hotels. I actually stayed in a Motel .6. It was located under the freeway. The walls were so thick we were wakened one morning by the guy next door zipping his pants. It wasn't a zip, it was when he got caught. That scream was horrible. So now this is what I do, I travel, and our children, they were 1, 6, and 7. They're now 29, 27, and 22. They're all out on their own, having their own lives. None of them drink, none of them smoke, none of them do drugs, none of them have ever been arrested. In fact, the 2 younger ones don't even drive because they were raised in LA, and they saw the way drivers are, and they said, "I'd rather get on a bus." Then 10 years ago, I had a big shock in my life. Now, my wife and I had talked about children. She wanted to have children. I did not want to have children. Because during the 60s, I was a hippie, I had long hair, I smoked my body weight in marijuana. And I had heard that if you do a lot of drugs, when you have a child, it's deformed. And I just thought she would have an extra arm and a finger growing out of her head. So I didn't want to have children. My wife was on birth control. One day she takes me to the bedroom, leans back against the door, crosses her arms, and says, "I've got good news and bad news." I go, "That can't be good news." And she goes, "I'm pregnant." And I looked at her and said, "Any idea who the father is?" I was 53 years old. I didn't think I could get her pregnant. I didn't think I had anything left inside me except dust. I was amazed. And I said, "You sure it's my baby?" She says, "I'm pretty sure." So I sat down in bed, started freaking out. A day later, I said, "All right, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to take this in full force. I'm going to love her." My wife got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then 5 weeks before the baby was due, she had that vein in her head popping out. And she was crying and screaming. We rushed to the hospital. Doctor said, "Mr. Kurtz, we've got 20 minutes to get the baby out of your wife, or she's going to die." And I looked at him and said, "Can you give me 30 minutes to think about that?" He looked at me and said, "What are you, a comedian?" I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Well, you're welcome to call me into the operating room when we take her out. It's going to be a cesarean birth." I said, "Okay." So I sat there and I waited. Finally, they said, "All right, Mr. Kurtz, you want to come in?" So I go walking in. They got my wife tied down. They got her legs up in the air. Everything's strapped down. She can't move. Her head's tied down. She can't even look and see what's going on. And they have a sheet like this blocking everything from her neck down. So she can't see what's going on. And you realize that's to protect the doctors in case they mess up. She can't identify anybody. That's for their protection. And the doctor's got both arms inside my wife like he lost a watch in the dumpster. He's just pulling things out and look at it and dropping it back in. And I finally said, "Is my daughter in there somewhere?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm sure. I'll find her eventually." Hey, this isn't my first rodeo. And I said, "Really? How many times have you done this before?" He goes, "3." And I started praying. I said, "3." He goes, 3,000 times. It's all right. Finally pulls her out and hands it to me. She was this big. Now, how many people here have children? Again, by e-house, if you have children. You remember the feeling you got when you held your first child and you looked into its eyes? It was the most amazing, touching thing you could ever imagine. Better than the best sunrise, better than the smell of a bouquet of flowers. Nothing will ever compete with holding that baby. And I started to cry. And I was wondering, "Oh my God, she's got my weird ears. Oh my God, she's so pretty." He says, "Would you like to cut the cord?" I said, "What?" He says, "The umbilical cord." I said, "Okay." Now I thought it was going to be like this. I thought it was going to go stiff. No, it's like this. It's like steel. I go to cut it with the scissors, and it's slipping out of the I'm chasing it around her stomach. I turn around, the doctors and nurses are hysterical. They're laughing, they're high-fiving, they're on the phone calling their friends. Finally, they helped me. We took her home. About a week later, she's in the bassinet. I go walking through the room, middle of the night, and I hear, and I turned around because I thought the devil was in my apartment. Because that's the way the devil would sound. You ever hear him on television or movie? I'm Lucifer! I'm the devil! I think they would switch it up. They could put him in a pink jumpsuit and make him sound like Ethel Merman. And he comes out dancing, I am the devil! Hello! I just think it would be a lot more interesting to watch. So I took another step, all of a sudden I heard, and the smell hit me, and I fell down to the ground, and my eyebrows burst into flames. I crawled into bed and I said to my wife, honey, what is that horrible smell coming out of the house? She said, oh, it's the baby food. It has a lot of beans that helps to clear out some you till the end of the day. Okay, well, I'm going to try and go to sleep. A couple days later, my wife and kids were arguing about what they wanted to watch. She wanted to watch a cop show, the kids wanted to watch a game show. She said, all right, I'm going to bed. So I didn't think that was the way it should end. I think she should have just sat down and watched with them. So I figured I'd get even. So about a half hour before I went to bed, I ate some baby food. I waited about a half hour, crawled into bed, was laying under my stomach going, I woke my wife up and said, honey, pull my finger. She started screaming, what's that? And I went, baby food. And she passed out. So now I have a beautiful daughter, her name is Bella. She's this tall, she looks like a young Anne Margaret. She does stand-up comedy with me. Started doing it when she was 6 years old. Her first joke was, why did the chicken cross the road? He was tired of being cooped up. That's at 6 years old. 7 years old, she got a little more creative. Why was the rooster, why was the skeleton afraid to cross the road? He had no belts. And then when she was 7, she wrote, why did the rooster cross the road? The chicken was on vacation. So she is the best thing in life. Sometimes she does shows with me, but I have to put her off away from me because they say don't work with children and dogs. She'll usually come like sit on my feet. And it doesn't matter what I'm saying, but I'm telling people, I'm up here. Stop looking, I'm up here. So she's the best. How many of you guys have kids? Anybody have children? Yeah. How many of you kids have come visit you? Alright, sometimes I see people go, nah, it never happens. My mother's in Philadelphia. She's 83, she's been there for a year. It's a little small home. They just have basically a room with a TV and a bed, that's it. And there's no communication between people. She's a talker like me. So she got depressed and developed dementia really bad. I called her up last week and I said, hi Mom. She goes, who's this? I went, it's Perry. She goes, Perry? I have a son named Perry. Mom, this is Perry. You know Perry? Mom, this is your son. Mom, this is Perry. Where's Perry? Mom, this is Perry. Do you know Victor? Yeah, Victor's my brother. You know Perry and Victor? And this goes on for 10 minutes over and over. So I learned just to skip over that too. So what'd you do today? That's the only way to keep going. But that's really about me. I'm happy to be alive. As I said, I'm 63. I got diabetes about 15 years ago. And 7 years ago, I got arthritis and I had my hip replaced. Any hip replacements? Anybody? No? I'm the only one? Well, I got arthritis really bad where I developed a bone spur where when I would walk and would go, and one time I was at the Improv, and there was a new comic in from New York, and he just thought it was the best thing ever. New Yorkers are like giggling to him. He's like, yeah, I'm from New York, man. We're much funnier than you guys in LA. And I said, you're a really tough guy, aren't you? He says, yeah. I said, give me your hand. I put his hand on my hip, and I went, and he ran out of the room crying. But the pain got really bad, and I was going to get the hip operation, and then I had a nightmare, and I put it off for 2 years. I actually dreamt that I was on the operating table, and I heard the doctor say, nurse, I think I cut too deep. And she said, why do you say that, doctor? I said, because I scratched the table. That was so vivid. I popped up in my bed and went, oh my God. And I was afraid to have the operating. I thought it was a premonition. I said, it's going to happen. If it's going to be bad, it's going to happen. So I put it off for 2 years, and I started taking a form of candy very popular out here. It's called Vicodin. Have you ever heard of Vicodin? You know what Vicodin is? Yeah. So I started taking a lot of life. As I said, I really couldn't feel anything. Working with pain, but I couldn't feel anything. This is comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Come in, leave them alone. Leave them alone, and they'll go home, dragging their tails behind them, dragging their backs behind them. I think that's the way it is these days. So the lighting was working, but as I said, I couldn't feel anything. And one time I was talking to a producer after a comedy show, and I said, well, listen, that's really great. So the problem is when you take that and you write it, you can't tell if you're going to the bathroom or not. And I was talking to the producer, and I said, well, listen, thanks for the show, but I got to go. And he points and he goes, looks like you already did. So I had the operation, and then after that, things were not working, some of the plumbing was broken. So I realized the fact in life that it's a cycle. You start out wearing diapers, and you end up wearing diapers. I've been wearing them for 7 years. I have one right now. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's great. It's a freedom because it's big. At any moment, when I just go, there's a freedom. You're a great guy. What's your name? You.
Severina.
What is it?
Severina.
Severina. Wow. I've never heard that before. Does it have a special meaning? Just likes to laugh and holds a big fan, crosses her legs a lot. What does that mean?
I'm looking for my sister. That's why I can turn it around.
Hopefully she's not outside giving that money.
She will be.
Because I know there's a guy down the street who gave blood. He didn't want to, but they had a gun. You know, argue. There's a joke I just wrote right there. Well, let's find out you guys. Do we have anybody celebrating birthdays this month? Any birthdays here? You have a birthday? All right. And what is your name, sir? James. And how old are you going to be? 68. All right. Congratulations. That's a good thing. And, uh-oh, you gotta go? You never know. So where are you from originally, James? Santa Monica. So this is not a big drive to get out here. All right, I was out there last night. Beautiful area. Beautiful area. By the way, if there's a rainstorm, don't swim in the ocean, okay? That's the big news. Have you heard about that? Wow, unbelievable. The weather's getting so bizarre. And what did you used to do in your work, James?
Military and machine operator at the Veterans Administration.
All right. So you're a vet, and then you were a military. All right, then we got two things to complain about. I haven't gotten any mail in a couple of days. And it's all for weight loss programs. What is the problem here? I know. Did people used to say that when you come up with a mail and they would complain to you like you ran the department? Yeah, I'm sure. And when you were in the service, where were you stationed?
I was in the Marine Corps. I was in Vietnam. I was in Yuma, Arizona.
Wow. All right, well, Vietnam is good. You and Arizona, not that. Vietnam. You made it back, man. You got back. See, they wanted to draft me, but I went back and they said, you're nuts, get out of your office. You'll drive everything crazy, so it worked. Well, congratulations. Happy birthday to you. Anybody else? Any other birthdays?
How about coming up next August?
All right, over there. You, sir? And what's your name?
Tony.
All right, Tony, where are you from originally?
Carson.
Carson. So you walked here, literally. You're right up the street. Torrance, gateway to Torrance. All right, yeah, that's nice. Carson's cool. And how old are you going to be?
58.
58. All right, so you moved in here just for the chicks.
Just for the chicks.
Yeah. Because, you know, I found out, you know, some of the ladies over 50 get pretty friendly. I did a show 2 weeks ago. There was about 20 people that were all sitting here after the show was over. A lady, 87 years old, this tall, comes up, puts 3 fingers on my face and goes, honey, do you want to come to my room for some fun? And her eyebrows start going like this. Remember Groucho Marx on You Bet Your Life? That's what it looked like. They're just up and down. And I said, really, it'll be fun. and I thought I was being hypnotized, you know. I thought that I'm going to sleep. And I said, no, I gotta go be my favorite daughter. She goes, all right, well listen, I'll be here when you come back. And then she walked away, and she tried to be real sexy when she was walking. So, you know, she was all bent over and looked like this. So we're dating now, and well, happy birthday to you, sir. What do you work now? You still work?
We retired for 14 years.
You retired at what, 12? My God. What type of work did you do?
I was a lithographer for the Jewish Federation Council.
Oh, you work for the Jews.
That's right.
All right. You seem to have gotten over it all right.
Best job I ever had.
Really? They take care of their people.
Oh,
They have great corner.
great care of me. I work for the headquarters.
That's great. That's great. Was that over in Westwood?
6505 Wilshire.
Oh yeah. Don't go in that area right now.
Yeah, they
On
just had a big,
Sunset Boulevard,
yeah,
you
big
hear about
water
that?
pipe was
Water
flooded.
main pipe, and it's flooded. There's people, hundreds of cars underwater right now. Yeah. So right now, West Hollywood is a swimming pool. This is what's fine. All right, Rebecca, you brought her with you. Hi. How are you? I'm all right. I was waiting for you. Yeah. I'll tell you when it's a joke. What's your name? Muriel. Hi, Muriel. You finally got your mail? Just talk to him if it's not right. He'll get it over to you. Well, welcome to the show. My name is Perry. I'm a comedian. And I'm also a dancer. Well, good. We're going to do music in a little while. If you guys want to get up and dance. Right now, I'm going to have to take my jacket off. It's very warm. It's actually metal. So I'm going to take it off in a specific way. Ladies, try not to jump out of your chairs. Okay? I'll tell you when it's a joke. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's all you're getting today. All right, no more collective art. That's it on birthdays. All right, well, let's do oh, you got a birthday too? All right, and what's your name here? Barbara. And you're from New York, you're from the Bronx, I remember that. And how old are you?
I will turn 70.
Turn 70. All right. Now, that's what you just said is something I think is really important about aging. We are all worried about our ages. We're all ashamed to tell people how old we are. Never be ashamed of your age for a couple reasons. Number one, you made it. Think of all the people that you went to school with, that you knew that were younger than you, that have passed on. You got here because you wanted to. The saying is, if the brain walks, the body will follow. So it's very important to keep your brain active. Play cards, talk to each other. You guys play bingo here?
Yeah.
Bingo is a great game for 3 reasons. Number one, you have to turn your hearing aid up to make sure you can hear it. Number two, you have to find it on the board, so you got to use your eyes. And number three, you have to try and get the thing in there without knocking the rest of the pins off. So that's a great game. Cards is good because it's using your brain, and talk to each other. I was in a center up in Northridge 2 weeks ago, and they said one of their favorite games is when somebody new moves in and they don't know where things are, and they ask them where the bathroom is. They tell them it's all the way on the other end of the building, and watch them run to a locked bathroom. Yeah, I noticed that one. I kept knocking when he was in there. I found him driving to 7-Eleven. The guy was upset. He closed the register and I left. It's a little joke. I thought I left that funny. Boy, you guys get quiet. You don't mess around. You know, that's really important. But yeah, it's not easy getting older. Let's face it, your body changes. When you were younger, remember when you were 20, 22 years old, to take a shower, you were all soaked up. You put your hands up and you turn around. And the shower washed all the soap off your body. Then you hit 35, 40, and gravity takes effect, and you have to start lifting parts out of the way to get the soap out. I did that 2 weeks ago. I found a wallet that I couldn't find. our sight starts to go, we have to get special glasses. I have bifocals. They're heavy, so I'm constantly going like this. In my sleep, I lay there and go like this. And the thing that I hate about the bifocals, when they work at the bottom half, it makes things look closer, it makes them look bigger so you can read with them. But the problem is, when you're walking, it makes things look closer. When I first got them, I found I was tripping going up the stairs. Now, it's one thing to look stupid tripping coming down the stairs, but you look like a special idiot when you're falling going up the stairs. What's wrong with you? I'm sorry. I am happy I have my hair, very happy about that. People always say, you know, can you color your hair? I say no, and then they go, is it a toupee? And I go, why would I get such a cheap looking toupee? Let me get something that looks real. I got false teeth now. We need denture wearers here. Any good dentures? Couple people? Yeah. How many of you did this the first 6 months that you had them? You went out of the house, got a couple miles away, remembered that you forgot to put your teeth in. You're too far to go back and you start talking to everybody for the rest of the day like this. Well, how you doing? What's up? No, okay. Right. But that's the thing, when you're younger, you want to be older. You ever talk to a little kid, how old are you? I'm 9.5. How old are you? 10.75. Then when you get older, you want to be younger. Like she said, I'm going to be 70. How old are you? I'm almost 40. Be proud because you made it. That's the most important thing. And something else that this is my personal opinion. To me, the word senior bothers me. I think that we've lived a long time, we've made it, we've survived. I think we should be called vintage citizens. Vintage, because vintage means you've been kicked around, you've been knocked down, but you got back up and you're still working. Just my own personal opinion. Take your bathroom.
They left the trash can in it.
I know. Thank God. Thank God. But so she went, all right, we'll wait for her.
No.
Don't worry.
Right.
Any questions? How many people are still here? How many still don't know where you are? Now you guys over there, are you guys a couple?
No, we're just a pair.
You're just a pair? You see the little she kids, you know, like, typical man.
There's your husband got jokes.
So are you guys married?
Yes.
How long have you been married?
I knew
40 years.
40 years, not bad. 40 good. I thought I did good when I got to be 23, but I've been meeting people that have been married a long time.
Well, I thought about that when you said that you married your children.
Yeah.
She was only 2 when we got
She was doing it's good. She's going, all right. I'm going to make you something special for dinner. Yeah. I know what that is. Yeah, I met there was a couple that were sitting in the front and they were holding hands. And I said, you guys a couple? And she goes, whatever. I said, how long have you been together? She said, 54 years. I said, that's pretty good. And how long have you been married? And she goes, 4 years. I said, so you knew each other for 50 years and then you got married. What made you rush into this? And she said, we were waiting for our spouses to die. That joke doesn't work with young people. They don't get that at all. That is a vintage joke. Give me a couple examples of senior jokes. Is 2 gentlemen having dinner, one says to the other, you know, my wife is an angel. The other goes, really? Mine's still alive. Older couple walks out of a restaurant, they walk past the wishing well. The husband takes a quarter, throws it in, and makes a wish. The wife throws a quarter, but falls in and disappears into the well, into darkness. And the husband goes, wow, it works. An older gentleman in his 80s walking through his apartment store, he sees a beautiful young lady, walks up and says, excuse me, could you talk to me for a few minutes? And she goes, why, sir? He goes, well, I can't find my wife, and whenever I talk to a beautiful woman, she appears out of nowhere. She was walking past the mom's bedroom. Mom's laying in the bed, kissing a man. The little girl runs to her bedroom, slams the door, jumps on the bed, and starts going, oh, I need a bicycle. I need a bicycle. Tricked ya. Yeah. Just try to enjoy yourself, folks. That's the bottom line. Like she said, medicine is the best laughter. And that was a great slip. Have a round of applause for the ladies and gentlemen. Doing this for all years. Tall, young, blonde woman, you know, if I wasn't married, we'd be have self-respect. Insight. And the ability to get away. I would be all over you, young lady. That's just where her last name is Weinberg, which is my mother's name, and we're not related. She's human. Well, I think it's time we do a little bit of singing here. Let's start out with a song you guys all remember. It's called When the Saints Go Marching In. Now, it's a two-parter. It's called a round robin, so you can sing either part, jump in on the first or the second part, and then we join up at the end. If you don't know it, it will come back to you as we start. So here we go. Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, that number when the saints go marching in. Here we go. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. She's marching out loud of me in that number. When the saints go marching in. Give yourself a round of applause. Singing is good for you too. Sing when you can. I tell my daughter, don't ever be afraid to sing. She's been kicked out of class a couple times. But the thing is, singing is good for your lungs. Like you said, keep your brain going, walk, get up in the middle of my material and just start walking towards the bathroom and moment like I don't see you. Go ahead. Oh, the sun. Here, I can stand like this and block the sun. Would that help you? Uh-oh. Listen to you in your directions. I've heard that before, too. Did I say that? I'm sorry. She started. Don't blame the messenger. All right, let's do let me get my guitar out and get really rocky here. As I said, I do have a beautiful daughter, but I also have this little baby here. You see this? Custom made, one of a kind. I have a little brother. I have a brother who's 57. He saw this on the internet, sent me a picture. He said, wait till you see this guitar. I said, there is no such guitar. And he sent me this. And wait, I'm going to take the call ahead.
Let's go ahead.
Hey, where there's 20 people, she's the 20th of the audience. You got it. So this is my guitar. I started playing guitar when I was 16 years old because I realized at an early age that girls love guitar players. You girls, I see you all going, yes we do. And I'll show you what it is that they like. It's when they play. And then the one thing with one string doesn't go. Hear that sound when you're doing it? Women love this. And you know why? Because it's emotional. Women are emotional. Guys are logical. Women love their emotional guys. They love a guy with a brain. Guys look at a woman and they judge you on the way you look and they say, I want her because she's got blonde hair, she's got nice feet, whatever. But women will walk up to a guy and say, can you talk? So it's the emotion when they see the guy up and he's going, and I've noticed that the string is actually attached to the lip. When they stretch the note, it goes. What I'm going to do a little kinda late and it's time for me. It's getting kinda late and it's time for me. It's getting kinda late and it's time for me too.
Jojo,